G'day YouTube, the guy kind of XXXI here. If you can hear my voice over this, I'll just try and turn it down a bit. I decided I'm going to be doing some Terraria stuff. And I'm essentially going to be doing an expert mode world from scratch. The world I've got loaded at the moment is one I've built with an external program, so eventually through the course of this run I want to try and rebuild the stuff that you're seeing here. Like essentially I've built a template world, and yeah, I want to try and do it for reals, no cheats, that sort of stuff. This is sort of the build that I use almost all the time for like just testing strategies for bosses, because we have Terraria on a PlayStation 4 as well. It just got updated to 1.3, and so whenever we have trouble with like the towers or the Moon Lord, I'll go on here, build little arenas, which I'll show you soon, and I'll try and figure out what would be the best strategy to do so. So this is my gear, pretty overpowered. I mean, it'll cost me hundreds of platinum just to reforge all these with their best modifiers. And of course, it's not easy to get a full stack of -1 Illuminite arrows, nor is it easy to get the developer items. But yeah, I'm just going to show you around my world for a little bit, my designer world. The way I've got this set up, if I can just remember all the bloody keys. I've got bases left, right and centre that I can teleport through. Looks like I've got a party. Yeah, this is my Moon Lord arena. Do I have a Celestial Sigil? No, I don't know. Hello, this is what I use to fight the Moon Lord. In reality, I probably won't have as many statues, but little bits of healing here and there would be useful. As you can see, I didn't always make it. Yeah, these are just sort of old bases that I've got going on. That one was a Hello one, that's Desert one, Snow, Crimson, Corruption, Dungeon. Don't know how he's throwing a party, because he's all the way over here, he's lonely. But yeah. See, as I said, I'm just going around this world I've built just to show you all the stuff that I want to end up making in the end when I start doing my legit playthrough. It's not going to be easy. There we go. It's a half-assed little pirate ship I reckon I'd be able to do. One thing that I've always sort of been pissed off with Terraria about though is the golden bathtubs. Because what I've always wanted to do with these is sort of put them on tables or something. And so, because it kind of looks like an Egyptian sarcophagus, so I've always wanted to put a golden bathtub on a table and pretend it's like a mummy's coffin. There we go. And yeah, I'll be starting with a brand new character, so I won't have all this fancy shit either. So, I just hope the audio doesn't screw it while I'm recording this, because my audio has been screwy when I've got OBS Studio running with my microphone. Got to try it down here. This is just a simple design with the living leaf wand, because it kind of looks like grass, but you don't have to worry about planting grass, and it matches in with the wood. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, just quickly run back through to my main arena, and I'll show you the other bases in more detail. So yeah, this is just a short video. Don't think I'll be doing much playthrough yet. As you can see here, I've taken this pyramid and using the T-Edit program, I've changed all of the blocks from sandstone to ebon sandstone. So it's a corrupt pyramid, even though pyramid blocks aren't corruptible. And this is my corruption tower, this is my corruption base. So a spiral staircase design. It's kind of cool. I'll go down to the crimson one here, and it's sort of like a the designer went with this one. It's like a big brain thing, just sitting in the middle. Kind of cool. Kind of obviously the snow biome base is an igloo. You've seen pyramid for desert. My Hallow base, it's actually crystal inside another pyramid, and I've changed this one to pearl sandstone using T-Edit. And yeah, you've seen this big temple dome that I've got going on in the jungle. So I'll just teleport. And why the hell ain't that one? Let's quickly jump down here and you can see my arena. There we go. This is what I use for fighting Frost Moon's and Old One's army. As you can see, I've got a bit of a rainbow theme going on here. I liked rainbows when I was little, but it's hard when the rainbow became a political icon. Rainbows were actually, like, before rainbows became associated with like the LGBT movement, rainbow jigsaw puzzle pieces were the symbol for autism, and because I have Asperger's syndrome, it means I kind of fell under that flag. So I've seen rainbows a lot as a kid, and I've got some fascination for them. Also, as a gamer, I'm really invested in like magic sort of things, and in Magic, rainbow is essentially every spectrum of magic in its entirety, as well as magic that is not classified because it has been forbidden and forgotten, i.e. arcane magic. So as Necro-Arcanist, I associate with rainbows as a form of forgotten knowledge in magic. And in case you haven't figured out yet, what I've built this arena out of is Luminite, mostly Luminite. Me Heart and Star Lanterns, they're held up by wooden beam blocks, and everything's just been negative painted. These pressure plates down here were part of one strategy I was trying to use for the Old One's army, where I had flame traps coming out of the ground, which burned enemies when it got too close, and the flames kind of helped knock back enemies a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, I've got all the trophies here. And the glass. This is actually normal wall paint on one side, and then the other side it's all deep paint, but it doesn't really show up that well. And this is another symbol, and I'll just quickly swap this over so you can see properly. This crystal icon, it's a tribute to Final Fantasy in a way, or more specifically, trying to think of what it's called, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Because while most of the early Final Fantasy games revolved around the 4 elemental crystals of fire, earth, water and air, in Mystic Quest there's also the Crystal of Light, which is the Master Crystal sorts. And in Terraria I've incorporated this with solar block fragments, so solar, vortex, stardust and vortex, and Crimtane, Chlorophyte, Demonite and Shroomite background. And it's just sort of a little nod there. I actually have an Eternia crystal on me, so I'm just gonna see how I can do it, because I actually have not played Terraria in a very, very long time. So I'll see if I can have a crack at the Old One's army. All these chests I got sitting here, these were actually from my What If Terraria Had the Music of Final Fantasy video, if anybody has ever watched that. Originally I had actually recorded hours and hours of footage of me actually like doing every single event, every single boss, but that ended up getting lost and corrupted a bit, so I had to improvise with just still images. But yeah, I actually want to make a mod where I can replace old music in Terraria without Final Fantasy, because I actually like Final Fantasy a lot. It's one of my favourite franchises of all time. Hardcore fan for life. Jeez. Oh, I haven't actually shown you my proper house yet. Moving fast enough to get in, but anyway. Since all the mobs go to your arena, I never build in the exact middle of the world. Sometimes I'll put my house close to the middle, sometimes I'll put the NPCs a bit further away when I'm solo. But because I play with my family, like my mother and my sister on PlayStation, we kind of split up the NPCs. I only really have the Arms Dealer and the Demolitionist. And Mum has some, Abby has some. And yeah, we usually build on the outskirts somewhere and have a big arena in the middle to do all our fighting. But yeah, this is my main house. I'm quite proud of this one. A lot of research went into making it look good. As you can see, I've got a gallery of almost all of the armor sets in the game, all my favourite weapons in the game based on usefulness and just how they look. Then we've got all the developer armors plus certain kit, like my outfit, since we don't actually have dyes in we can't dye mannequins at the moment. That's just what I'm using. I'm using vampire clothes instead of my familiar clothes. And I've just given each of the dev armors small items to go with them, like say your Razor here doesn't really have a weapon associated with them, but they do have these two accessories. One's Vanity, the other's Flight. So I've given them True Knight's Edge as a weapon, because it kind of, like, the colour scheme sort of fits. Then we've got Will, or what his name is, dual-wielding Blood Butcher and Bloodlust Cluster axe. Gips with Frostar, Redidget with his yo-yo, his wings, and a Cobalt shield. G-Man with, I don't know, that's Loki with Hellwing Bow. Lane4's outfit. The Onyx Blaster weapon fits his outfit pretty well. Then Lazor got Daedalus Stormbow, because they already have a yo-yo on the side as well, so that's sort of like a ranged weapon as a melee weapon. Jiman Paladin Shield Paladin Hammer. D-Town with Titanium Trident and Mechanical Glove. Chrono with Book of Skulls and Bat Scepter. Xenex with Rainbow Gun and Rainbow Rod, obviously, because she's sort of like a fairy persona. Then you got Arcalis with Arcalis Sword and Lightsaber. Then Aaron C with Nebula Blaze and Obsidian Shield and Nebula Mantle. Now I've got Last Prism and Death Sickle. Referencing the Necrosis Chronicles series I wrote, because my character in the book wields a scythe and uses powerful arcane magic. And then up here I've got all the boss armors with, all the boss masks, sorry, with just armor to sort of go along with them. I didn't really have anything to go with Arc Cthulhu, so I just used Tungsten. Slimer's Cobalt. Eater was Brandon Cthulhu used the Crimson and Corruption armors. Skeletron's got Fossil. Queen Bee's got B armor. All Flesh got Crimson again. Mechanical bosses all wear silver. Plantera's got Jungle armor. Golem's got Spider armor. Duke Fishron has Mithril. Ogre actually has mining armor you get from Vampire Miners Underground. We've got the Dark Mage, whatever, from Old One's Army. He's wearing the Dark Artist clothes or whatever you get from Tavern Key. Betsy's got Adamantite. Then I've got Lunatic Cultist and finally Moonlord. He's wearing Vortex armor. And I'm just telling you all this in case any of you ever want to use these sorts of ideas for your world. I don't really have any. I was wondering if I had a sigil around here. You know, I'll call out a Moonlord and do an Old One's Army, just so you can get a little bit of action in this video. Here I've just got me garden, I've got each of the fountains, and I've got each of the golden critters, as well as enchanted sundial and alchemy lab. Got some paintings up there, most of the large paintings, one of every crafting station, large crystals, every music box. That's kind of cool. When I actually build this house for reals in my upcoming Terraria playthrough, I should probably make it a bit more organised. But anyway, walking into old doors. One thing about playing Terraria on console is that doors open automatically for you, but they don't on PC, which kind of irritates me to some degree. And, this is actually something pretty cool that I saw in a video. Apparently if you hammer stairs in a certain way up against a wall, you can actually walk through it. It's kind of similar to the Hoik glitch that most people actually use. It's like a way of breaking into the Lizard Temple before defeating Wall of Flesh, or jumping large distances for away from Keyboard, Dungeon Guardian and Moonlord farms. So it's kind of cool, really. Here we've got Christmas, Halloween and general party themed houses on top. And I've got a different themed house for each of my NPCs, as you can see. Yeah, with that out of the way, I'm just gonna get ready to go off and face Moonlord and Old One's army. The Old One's army first. Just because. Quick buff. Pick 'em out. I don't even really need sentries for the first wave, just because I can get everything in the last prison. Now I've got more mana to sustain myself. Should probably get my dragon out too while I remember. One annoying thing about the Old One's army are the flying enemies that you get in the early waves. And they're very annoying because they fly over most of your defences. And so, yeah. And my mouse is a bit slow too. For some reason, whenever the batteries get like down to 50% charge or whatever, the mouse starts acting funny. Like sometimes it won't click, sometimes it'll click multiple times, so I'll accidentally highlight a file and I'll accidentally open it. It doesn't know when it's flies trying to nibble on my hand. Sweltering hot here in Australia, we've got flies out the arse. And these ones in particular keep having a go at me. One sneaky little trick I've picked on too, if you're trying to do the early waves of the Old One's army, sometimes when it's getting really close to the end and you know your crystal's not going to survive, you can quickly stash all your Ethereum mana in a chest and it'll actually stay there. It works half the time, but it's a pretty cool ability. And so when you actually try and do like the full 7 waves, you'll be able to summon tons and tons and tons of sentries in one go, and that will help you survive to some degree. I don't know if they're patching that exploit for 1.3.6, which is coming up. So bloody well hope not. I'm a lazy sort of completionist gamer. I'll use every exploit I can. It's like a few years ago I beat Final Fantasy VII 100% and I used things like the W item glitch and duplication glitches to get more materia. But I didn't try multiplying any like stat increasing items or anything. I was tough enough on my own. Didn't even need knights in the round, I was that powerful. But anyway. I've been neglecting to put my towers up as well, so crystal's still going. So I don't suffer too much because of this. That there. That there. That there. These are the little assholes I'm talking about. Cobalt gliders. They fly over half your shit and then they won't. And then they'll just friggin' dive bomb the crystal. They're usually what takes me out. So yeah, I've got to focus on my anti-air game. What's that? I don't know what that was. Another blister up here. Nope. Thing I'm doing, I've been neglecting me lunar crystal staff. I should probably stay close to the center as I can between waves. Otherwise then Cobalt's gonna freaking get the crystal. Final wave soon, let's hope I can get through. Okay. There's Betsy. Good thing her AI doesn't make her go for the crystal per se, but she will go for the player if they're closer. Some damn fly. Hey, still there. That's actually something that really bugged me though when the Dungeon Defenders crossover came out for Terraria, because it used to be that you could spam every single type of sentry in the game and they'd be able to help you out, but now you can only have one sentry summoned at a time. I reckon it was a nerf because they didn't count towards your summon limit, but when I was first playing Terraria on my own, shit ton of sentries was the only thing that really helped me with Skeletron Prime. Okay, we'll do Moonlord, then we'll finish the video. You can sort of see what I'm going for here with the design. It's not just the statues for healing and mana regeneration. The domes on top of these support pillars, in a sense, protect you from the phantasmal death ray, his big eye laser. And I've got campfires and lanterns to help my regeneration. And this strategy actually does work like 90% accuracy. The only reason I put this many statues down for is because I usually forget what button me, I forget which button me healing is. And yeah, he got me. It also helps if you have an Arc Shield on, which I normally would do, because into knockback. So anyway, I think that'll be enough for now. So yeah, expect to see my proper playthrough of Terraria in the coming weeks or so. I'll normally do it when I'm bored, because I'm writing the last book in my Undercoast Chronicle series, and I actually want to finish it before I go back to doing that. But yeah, when I get bored, I'll start doing a little bit of Terraria. So yeah, until next time, this is Necro Arcanus XIII signing off. Stay classy.